Om Shanti. Baba Sakar Murli, 13th January 2023. Essence. Sweet children, here you have to tolerate happiness and sorrow, respect and disrespect. Remove the happiness of the old world from your intellects. Don't follow the dictates of your own minds. Question. How is this birth even better than a deity birth? Answer. At this time, you children are eating from Shiv Baba's Bhandara. You earn a lot of income here. You have taken refuge with the Father. It is in this birth that you make yourselves happy in this world, that is Lok, and in the world beyond, that is Parlok. You give 2 handfuls of rice like Sudama did and claim the sovereignty for 21 births. Song. Whether you are near or far, you are the image of my dreams. Om Shanti. The meaning of the song is very good. The Father sits here and explains to you children that whether you are sitting close to this body or you are far away, He is personally giving you the teachings of the yoga. He does not give them through inspiration. Whether I am close or whether I am far away, you still have to remember me. People do devotion in order to go to God. The Father sits here and says, O living beings, souls who reside in those bodies, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, sits here and speaks to souls. The Supreme Soul definitely has to meet souls. Therefore, because they are unhappy, embodied souls remember God. No one in the Golden Age remembers Him. You children now know that you are very old devotees. You began to remember God Shiva from the time Maya caught hold of you, because Shiv Baba had made you into the masters of the world. So, people create a memorial of Him and do devotion. You know that the Father has now personally come to take you back, because you now have to go back with the Father. While you are here, you have to remove old bodies and the old world from your intellects and stay in yoga. Your sins will be burnt in this fire of yoga. This requires effort. The status you receive is great. You have to become the masters of the world. People say that Shiv Baba is the master of the world, but no, it is human beings who become the masters of the world. The Father sits here and makes you children into the masters of the world. He says, you were the masters of the world, and then, having taken 84 births, you are no longer the masters of even shells. There is a vast difference of day and night between your first birth and this last birth. None of you is able to remember this until the Father comes and gives you a vision. You can also have a vision through the intellect of knowledge, that is, Gyan Buddhi. The children who are sensible and remember the Father every day enjoy themselves a great deal. Everything you listen to here is new. People don't know anything at all. They continue to tell lies and wander from door to door. You have been liberated from wandering. The Father says, you souls have to remember me, the Father. Let there be the thought in the intellects of you souls that you have to go to Baba. It is as though this world doesn't exist for you. This old world is to end. We will then go to heaven and build new palaces. This should continue to turn around in your intellects day and night. The Father tells you His own experience. When I go to sleep at night, these are the thoughts I have. This play is now coming to an end. I have to shed this old body. Yes, there is a lot of burden of sin. This is why I have to remember Baba constantly. Check your stage in the mirror. Is my intellect removed from everyone else? While engaged in your business, etc., you can still use your intellect for this business. Baba has so many concerns. He has so many children. He has to think about all of them. He has to give refuge to some children. There are many who are unhappy. When there is upheaval, so many suffer and die. These times are very bad. Therefore, this building is being built in order to give refuge to the children. It is for all my children who will stay here. There is no fear, and you also have the power of yoga. Some children have had visions. The Father protects those who remember him very well. He shows a fearsome form to enemies and makes them run away. For as long as you have those bodies, you have to stay in yoga. Otherwise, there will have to be punishment. When the child of an eminent person is being sentenced, he has to look down. You too will have to look down. For the children, the punishment is even more severe. There are even such children who say, "Well, let me take the happiness of Maya at this time. I will see about whatever is to happen later." Many find the happiness of this old world very sweet. Here, you have to tolerate happiness and sorrow, respect and disrespect. In order to achieve elevated attainments, you have to follow the mother and father. You should follow the directions of the mother and father. Your own dictates mean the dictates of Ravan. They would only be those that cross out your fortune. If you ask the father, Baba will quickly tell you. Those directions are devilish. That is not Srimad. You need Srimad at every step. You should check that you are not performing wrong actions and giving the Father a bad name. You will become deities when you have such qualifications. It isn't that you will automatically have those qualifications when you go there. Your behavior has to be very sweet here. Even if Brahma Baba and not Shiv Baba said something, it is that one who is responsible. Even if there is some harm done, it doesn't matter. That was fixed in the drama, and so you cannot be blamed. A very good stage is needed. Although you are sitting here, let it remain in your intellects that you are the masters of Brahmand and also the residents of that place. Stay at home and continue to do your business in this way, and you will continue to remain beyond. Just as sannyasis go beyond households, so you also go beyond the whole of the old world. There is the difference of day and night between the renunciation of Hatha Yoga and this renunciation. The Father teaches this Raja Yoga. Sannyasis cannot teach it because the bestower of liberation and liberation in life is only the one. Everyone is now to have liberation because you now have to return home. Sages make spiritual endeavor to go back. You are unhappy here. Some then say that they want to merge into the light. There are innumerable opinions. Baba has explained that there are some children who still remember their relatives. When you want the happiness of this world, you die. In that case, their feet wouldn't be able to stay here. Maya gives many temptations. There is a saying, "Remember God, otherwise the eagle will come." Maya too will attack you like an eagle. Now that the Father has come, you should make effort to claim a high status. Otherwise, you won't receive it cycle after cycle. Here, you don't receive any sorrow from the Father. Therefore, you have to forget the old world of sorrow. You should check your chart for the whole day. For how long did I remember the Father? Did I give the donation of life to anyone? The Father also gave you the donation of life, did he not? You remain immortal in the golden and silver ages. When someone here dies, people weep and wail so much. there is no mention of sorrow in heaven. They would think that they are shedding their old skins and taking new ones. This example applies to you. No one else can give this example. They do not forget their old skin. They continue to save their money. Whatever you give to the Father here, He doesn't use it or keep it for Himself. He sustains the children with it. Therefore, this is Shiv Baba's true Bhandara. Those who eat from this Bhandara remain happy here, and they will remain happy for birth after birth. This birth of yours is invaluable. Here you are even happier than in your deity birth, because you have taken refuge here with the Father. You earn a lot of income here, which you will use for birth after birth. Sudama received a palace for 21 births in return for 2 handfuls of rice. He remained happy here and also in the world beyond for birth after birth. This is why this birth is very good. Some say that if destruction takes place soon, we can go to heaven. However, you still have to take many treasures from the Father. The kingdom has not yet been created, so how could destruction be made to take place soon? You children have not yet become worthy. The Father still continues to come to teach you. Baba's service is beyond limits. The Father's praise is also limitless. To the extent that I am elevated, the service I do is also just as elevated. That is why there is my memorial. Baba's Gaddi is the highest on high. Whatever effort each of you makes, you create your own fortune accordingly. This income is that of the imperishable jewels of knowledge, which becomes limitless wealth there. Therefore, you children should make very good effort. Remember the Father here and also there. There is this ladder. Look in the mirror of your heart. To what extent am I a worthy child of Father? Do I show the path to the blind? You experience happiness talking to yourself. Baba shares his own experience. I speak to Baba even when I am sleeping. Baba, it is your wonder. We will then forget you on the path of devotion. We receive such an inheritance from you, and we will then forget you in the golden age. Then we will build memorials to you on the path of devotion. However, we completely forget your occupation at that time. It is as though we become ignorant Buddhus. The Father has now made you so knowledgeable. There is a difference of day and night. To say that God is omnipresent is not knowledge. You need the knowledge of the world cycle. We are now completing the cycle of 84 births and are to return home, and we will then have to go into liberation in life. We cannot come out of the drama. We are travelers to liberation in life. Acha. Night class, 16th December 1968. Baba calls some children daughters and some mothers, so there definitely must be a difference. From the service of some there is fragrance, whereas others are like flowers. The Father has explained, it is as though you are with me. The Father has come from up above to purify the world. This is also your task. Those who come from there are at first pure. New ones who come must definitely be giving their fragrance. Comparison is also made to a garden. As is the service, so is the fragrance of the flowers. The conscience says, as soon as you are called a child of Shiv Baba, you claim a right, so there should be that fragrance. It is because you have a right that Baba says, Namaste to everyone. You definitely do become the masters of the world, but there is a lot of difference in how you study. There are both types of these. You children have the faith that this is Baba, and you also have the cycle in your intellects. So the Father says, What more can I tell you? No one except the Father can make you into spinners of the discus of self-realization. You become that with just a signal. Those who became that in the previous cycle will become that again. Many children come here. There is so much assault because of purity. The one through whom the Father speaks the Gita is insulted so much. Shiv Baba is also insulted so much. To say that he incarnates in a fish and a crocodile is also insulting him, is it not? Because of not having knowledge, they accuse you so much. Children beat their heads so much. Some become very wealthy by studying. They earn so much. They receive 2,000 to 4,000 for just one operation, whereas others are not even able to take care of their family. It is something to worry about. Some claim a sovereignty for birth after birth, whereas others remain poor for birth after birth. The Father says, I am making you sensible. Now you would say for everything, drama. It is everyone's part. Whatever happened in the past is a drama. Only that which is in the drama takes place. Whatever happens according to the drama is fine. No matter how much we explain, they do not understand. Very good manners are needed for this. Each one of you should check within yourself. Do I have any defects? Maya is very strong. Maya has to be removed somehow. All defects have to be removed. The Father says, those who are in bondage remember me the most. They are the ones who claim a good status. The more they are beaten, the more they stay in remembrance. O Shiv Baba emerges from them. They remember Shiv Baba with knowledge. Their charts are also good. Those who come here having been beaten also do good service. They do very good service to make their lives good. If they don't do service, their consciences would bite. The heart desires that they go out on service, although they understand that they will have to leave their center to go on service. There is a lot of service to be done at the exhibitions. Therefore, you should not be concerned about the center, but run to do service. The more we donate, the more we will fill ourselves with power. You definitely have to donate. These are the imperishable jewels of knowledge. Those who have them will also donate them. You children should now be able to remember the knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the whole world. The whole cycle should rotate in your intellects. The Father also knows the beginning, middle, and end of this world. He is definitely the ocean of knowledge. He knows the word cycle. This knowledge is completely new for the world, and it never becomes old. It is wonderful knowledge, and only the Father tells it to us. No matter how much of a saint or great soul someone is, none of them is able to climb up the ladder. Only the Father, no human being, can grant liberation and salvation. Neither human beings nor deities can give those. Only the one Father can give those. There has to be expansion day by day. Baba has said, you should have the pictures of Lakshmi and Narayan and the ladder in a trance-like form in the touring exhibition. There should be something electrical through which there is always a light shining. Also, continue to speak the slogans. Only the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, teaches Raja Yoga through the lucky chariot. You will hear such sounds. Acha. Good night to the sweetest children, to the sweetest, beloved, long-lost and now-found children. Love, remembrance, and good morning from the Mother, the Father, BapDada. The spiritual Father says Namaste to the spiritual children.
The spiritual children say, Padam Guna, remembrance, love, good morning, and Namaste to our spiritual mother, father and BapDada. Acha, Om Shanti.
Essence for Dharana. 1. This play is now coming to an end. Therefore, remain beyond this old world. Make your fortune elevated by following Srimad. Never perform wrong actions. 2. Earn and inspire others to earn an income of the imperishable jewels of knowledge. Stay in remembrance of the One Father. Become a worthy child and show the path to many others. Blessing, may you be a true server and become a destroyer of obstacles and create an atmosphere of renunciation and tapasya. The Father's biggest title is World Servant. In the same way, children are also world servants. That is, servers. A server means a renunciate and a tapasvi. When someone has renunciation and tapasya, fortune comes in front of that one like a servant. Servers are those who give, not those who take, and they therefore remain constantly free from obstacles. By considering yourself to be a server and creating an atmosphere of renunciation and tapasya, you will constantly be a destroyer of obstacles. Slogan: the way to face any situation is to use the power of your own stage. Om Shanti.